All right, good day, folks. Today we're going to take a look at a potential bullish seasonal trade in Wells Fargo, or WFC, a bank stock that's been heavily beaten down over the last several weeks, if not months. But we're coming into a historically bullish time of the year for WFC and other few handful of bank stocks in general. And while others have popped due to some of the recent bullish action we've seen in the rest of the equity markets as well as the financial sector in general, WFC has not quite found its legs. You'll notice here our smart market seasonal scanner has found a couple ideas. First one coming in last week there on the 13th with an end date of around 11/27, 88% win rate. Second one coming here in mid-December and lasting through the end of December, or right there at the end of the year, with an 83% win rate. First one doesn't have as much data as the second one. You can see 8 years and 12 years here historically, but on average, a pretty consistent year-over-year consistent trade in WFC. This here is the SPDR ETF, XLF, the ETF that tracks the financial sector, and comparatively to other indices, the average performance in November is relatively muted, only averaging a gain of about 0.7%. Frequency of success about 65%, and that data is over 20 years. So a lot of this is going to be tied to loan growth, and of course this is an atypical year here with the pandemic, and that's going to bring closer to attention on commercial and industrial loan growth within the banking sector. So we saw a significant increase in commercial and industrial loans year to date because of the lockdown, and businesses were seeking lifelines. Those are coming back down a bit as the economy begins to reopen, but we still have a long way to go to return to those levels that are normal for the time of year that we are currently in. So you can see very clearly that XLF is starting to break out here to the upside, looking at a next level here of around 30.5 on the daily chart of XLF. If we go back to the seasonal opportunity at play, let's go to Wells Fargo. First thing I want to bring your attention to here is the monthly chart. And you could see that we had a larger, broader-based head and shoulders top pattern that pretty much met its objective and then some, going all the way back to March. Really, this pattern triggered in March. You see we had a nice retest of that neckline there at 42.35, coming all the way down to 26, meeting its $26 target, and then down a little bit further. We've got a lot of monthly support at this range, at this area of around $22, $23. You see we've spent the last several months going all the way back to March, consolidating at this area, pretty much printing higher lows along the way. Looks like we're starting to possibly turn the corner here on this monthly chart of November, by printing in a bullish candle. So it's not quite an engulfing because we don't have a lower low than last month's. But if we can push up above this trend line here, which is better seen here on the weekly and daily chart, it will certainly look like we are ready to push higher and break out of this long-term range. So we have some divergence here on the weekly chart. We have this lower lows followed by lower lows here, but then a higher trend down here on RSI, where we had a lower low down here followed by higher lows down here on the RSI. So coming down into a lower time frame, looking at the daily chart, here's that range that we've been in on the daily chart, coming back from June, July to where we are now. We've spent several days here testing this upper channel line, which leads me to think that we are prone to a breakout. So this is that key area of structure that we need to get above, 25.5, and we look to take it up to 33.5 as our first target. Could go higher, but we would expect potential pauses at the 200-day, followed by a pause at this last major area of price structure. So in our opinion, it's a relatively low risk to reward trade. We have high probability seasonals, 80% or greater here, followed by some favorable technicals, and we're looking for about an $8 or $9 move with only about a $2 to $3 risk. So put WFC on your radar. It's a lower price stock. If you have any questions, reach out to us at support@seasonalswingtrader. Good luck, and we'll see you on the next update.